Hello, Soulshine. I am Michelle, and if you haven't already done so, I'm inviting you to become a part of my YouTube family. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you are here. Today, I want to talk about money, more specifically about some of the beliefs that we have about money. Recently, I was talking, it was on one of my YouTubes, we were talking about something else. The subject of money came up. And I became aware of some interesting beliefs out there, and I wanted to kind of address that. And so there's a lot of beliefs. Money probably has some of the most limiting beliefs out there. And it's kind of sad because all money is this just energetic tool. It's something that our society has decided is the use for exchange, a way to exchange value for value kind of thing. So this person I was having a conversation with was talking about, he's got this belief or beliefs, maybe more than one belief, about this idea that if we didn't have money, we wouldn't have poverty. And I wanted to address that specifically by reminding everybody of what the world used to be like. So I don't know a lot of history, but I do know that back like in the Middle Ages and stuff, money wasn't necessarily always used to as a method of exchange. And there were kings and there were landlords and there were different kinds of social systems set up. So you had people who were the wealthy people, the wealthy class, and then you had the poor class. There may have, I think the merchants kind of were an in-between class where they had the wealth, but they were not royalty, so therefore they did not have the status that comes with what we traditionally think as wealthy people. Okay, so there were classes, societal classes. Now, not everybody actually had money that they used to exchange. So you had these people who ran a farm. They worked the land. They did what they needed to on the land. They grew their grains and their vegetables and their potatoes, and they had sheep and they had cows and they had whatever they had. So they had this land and they were taking care of this land, and they had a landlord. These people had to give a portion, either money or a portion of their goods, to their landlord. And then there was the kings and other higher up people who they had to give money and taxes to as well. And the taxes didn't always look like money. Sometimes it was like if you had an egg, say you had a chicken that produced one egg. Because of the taxes, you would either have to give that egg to the king or you'd have to give money to the king. Now, the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to point out that money did not create that structure. Beliefs in our society, the cultural mindset of the society created that. So the poor people, whether they had money or not, still had to give to the rich. If they grew potatoes, they'd have to give like half of their potatoes to the rich, and then they'd only have this small amount that they could use to sustain their own families. And so this class thing was already existing before money became a mainstay of our way of doing business. So it's not the money that is the problem. It is the mindset of the people. It is the mindset of the people. And as long as we have a class system where we believe that we're better than somebody else or we're less than somebody else, and we have this mindsets and these class systems, as long as that's in order, it won't matter whether we have money or not. That is still going to be a part of what's going on. So a part of that is we have generational beliefs about being less than because maybe our ancestors were servants, or they didn't get to be landowners. I have ancestors that were in the wealthy class, and they got disowned. So that's within my ancestry as well. I have tons of ancestors who were in a wealthier class, and then had to leave money behind, come to the United States for whatever different reasons brought them here to the United States. My Irish ancestry came over in the 1700s. I had Pilgrim ancestors. I had a great-grandmother from Sweden. No, sorry, Switzerland. I was like, wait, wrong part of the world. She was from Switzerland, and she was extremely wealthy in Switzerland. And she made a religious choice, joined a particular church, and between persecution of joining that church and a desire to be with other people who believed the same way, she came to Utah. So she gave up all of her wealth to come to Utah. She traveled across the ocean to visit America like 3 times in the first class seating of the boat. And when she came to America to live, she was down in the bottom of the boat with the poorest of the poor. That's what happened. She raised her 9 children in a 1-bedroom house, like literally in a 1-bedroom house. And I've been in that house, and it is a tiny little house. I have no clue where they put 11 people in that house. Like, I seriously have no clue. And yet I did the same kind of thing. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 kids. So we were stacking people all over the place and stuff. And so I kind of know what it is. And part of that's generational for me as well. So, so we have some generational things, and we have some different beliefs. One of the things that comes up a lot is people thinking that money is evil. And then that the love of money is evil because the Bible says the love of money is evil. But I want to tell you something, my beliefs about it and what I understand to be true about it. One of the challenges that come with reading the scriptures is understanding what is meant. The English language is very limited. And so what does the love actually mean in that scripture? To me, that verse is about lust more than love. It's about putting love on our money on a pedestal, like as this thing to desire above everything else. And I don't think that's true. There's a love that I have for money, as in that I've let go of judgments, and I just love money for what it is. It is just an energy. It is something that I would like to have in my life. It is not something that I put as my goal or as my aim towards getting. It was something that I want in order to serve other people and to take care of my family. So some other thoughts about that. What kind of person are you? There are going to be people who, no matter what, if they have money or don't have money, they're just mean people. And there are people who are prone to certain ways of being. There are people that are prone to pride. People who are prone to pride, whether they're poor or they're not, because there's a lot of very prideful poor people. If you're prone to pride, watch out for that, because that's going to show up when you have money. It's just going to manifest in a different way. If you are prone to give, if you are the kind of person that your greatest desire is to give and to serve, then the amazing thing about money is that having money come into your life gives you opportunities to give and to serve. I have a lot of friends and Facebook associations who they go to Africa all the time. I have a friend, one Facebook friend who she actually has her own nonprofit organization, and they go 2 or 3 times a year, maybe 4, and they are building schools, they're building wells, they are teaching people, they are serving people, and the money that they collect and the supplies that they collect go towards those people. It's a very generous opportunity. It's one of the few places that I would actually donate money to their cause, because I know that the money is going to go where they say it's going to go. And I can't say that for everything, but if you don't have money, how can you give? how can you serve people? I mean, you can to a degree, but you're going to be very limited in what you can do for other people. And it's hard for me right now because I would love to give everything I do away for free. But I have a family. I have financial needs, and I either am working my back off, whatever, how you want to call it, working my butt off. There's the phrase that's coming to mind. For somebody else, at some job out there, doing something that I can't stand just to make money. And then I'll have no time for my passions and no time for serving people and loving people. And yeah, I can always love people, so that's wrong. I have plenty of time to love people, but I will have a harder time giving value back to the world and sharing my message if I'm worn out from a job that I can't stand. So it's good for me to invite people to pay for what they receive from me. It's good for me to invite some kind of an exchange rate. I look forward to a day in the world where where classes isn't going to be a problem, where we've created such an exchange of living, such a love, such a generous heart, a whole society of people who are just so generous in their heart that they can live together and everybody does their part and everybody is equal, and that there's no poor among them. There's also no rich among them, unless everybody's rich. There's not going to be the classes, and I look forward to that. But until then, I work within the societal systems that we have, and money is one of the systems that we have. It's an important one. Money beliefs can tell you a lot about yourself in other areas as well. A lot of people have money associated with weight. A friend of mine just announced today in her Facebook group, and she shared this to help other people recognize and be able to shift this belief as well, is that for her, one of the beliefs that she had is that skinny rich people are mean and nasty and that's probably not the word that she was thinking, but that's the word she said. And so if you have that belief, you're never going to get rich and you're never going to get skinny. If you believe that money is bad, you're never going to have money. If you believe that money is the root of all evil, then you're never going to have money because you don't want to have the root of all evil in your life. It's not the truth. And so it's important. What do you believe? I know that I was raised with a lot of interesting beliefs. A part of one of the things that has kept me where I'm at is we had an incredible woman in our community as I was growing up, and she was a millionaire or more. I'm not even sure. They had a lot of money. She was one of the most humble and incredible women ever. My mom wasn't even, she knew that there was this really rich person, a millionaire in our ward, and she wasn't sure who it was. She was really surprised when she found out because this woman was so humble. But her children were spoiled. And I was raised with this idea that the first generation that gets money is very kind and generous. They worked hard for it. But any generations after that are spoiled and brats and all this other kind of thing. TV has totally supported that belief. And now here I am. I'm like, if I get money, my children will turn into brats. That's one of the beliefs there. So it's one of the things that can hold me back from receiving money. I also remember constantly just this idea like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe anybody would buy such an expensive house. So we drive by a neighborhood whose houses are a higher quality, higher price range, bigger houses, whatever. And this idea like, oh my gosh, I can never pay that much. Like, I can't believe it. And then there's the who would take care of it and everything. And I remember one day, a year or two ago, driving by a mansion that's in our neighborhood. And I was so excited because I looked at that mansion and I was like, hey, I could live in a mansion. And how awesome because I can hire people to take care of it. And not only do I have this incredible home to live in and this opportunity, a place for all of my children to have their own space and these opportunities to have some of the things that I want. Like I want to be able to have my own venue in my own home so that I can host whatever event I want and invite people to my home, and I have this great place for it. That's one of my dreams. And how exciting to have that. And then to be able to pay someone, to give somebody a job so that they can create money and take care of their families. Somebody who either really loves to clean or just feels that they're in that desperate place for money, but I can serve them by giving them a job. And I'm excited about that. I'm so excited about that. Even in my business, it's really hard for me because there's a lot of things that I don't enjoy doing. But until I create some money, how am I supposed to hire people? How am I supposed to give back to people? How am I supposed to hire people and spread money out if money doesn't come into me? So there's just some thoughts and things to think about with money, to think about what kind of beliefs you have. Evaluate it. Do some soul searching. Do some journaling. The beliefs I have about money are allow whatever to come up for you. Choose an amount you want to have manifest in your life and just say, I have this much money, and then listen to the buts or the crazy thoughts that come afterwards. Like, I have this much money coming into me. Oh, no, you don't because, or, but, no way, or like, no, you don't. And just listen to all of the things that come after it and write them down. And if you have energy healing techniques, use them. If you have belief breakthrough techniques, use them. And even if you just write it down and know that every time you write that down, it loses a little bit of its energy. Or that you can even, and then what you can do, you write it all down and you can throw it away in a trash can right there by it. And just know as you toss it out, you were tossing the seed of that belief out. The other thing is you can start a fire and you can toss it in the fire and know that as you throw that into the fire, the seeds of those beliefs go up in smoke. They no longer apply. And keep doing that kind of thing. It's awesome. It's incredible. I want to live in a world where we all know that money is just an incredible gift to be able to live the kind of lives that we want. That the kind of person you are when you don't have money is the kind of person you're going to be when you have money. These are the things that I am wanting to see in our world, and it can only happen when we change all of our beliefs about money. When everybody changes their beliefs about money. When everybody realizes that it's not about the money, it's about the love. I know a person who, that's what she says, money follows the love. I just love what I do and money comes to me. How incredible for her to have such a powerful belief. Because she does. She creates and creates and creates. And she gives and she gives and she gives. And it's so awesome. It's so awesome. Let's be those kind of people. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I have a couple of announcements. One, I'm thinking that I'm just going to do videos Monday through Friday. Weekends are kind of crazy for me. I find myself trying to finagle them in. I had a family reunion on Saturday. Sundays are just always crazy busy for me. And so I'm thinking just Monday through Friday. Oh, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week, I am going to an event. So I'm going to do my best to get my videos in. Not sure exactly what happened. I do know that the service, I do have a little bit of service at that particular venue because I've been there before. So I probably can at least get on live during a break or lunch or something. So looking forward to that. And what else? Awesomeness is happening. Okay. Yes. Awesomeness is happening. I have an event. So excited. My friend Lydia Taggart and I are getting together, and we have an event called Soul Play Day. And I'm going to be teaching our guests about how we can use our homes to manifest and find out what's going on in our manifesting. I realized that my big mess was a way of me hiding. If I had a big mess, then I could invite people in. It's a way of hiding. And I'm also going to be teaching about soul purpose, the different kinds of purposes and what we have. I'm really excited about that. My friend Lydia, she's going to be teaching about the layers of communication, which are incredible. And she's going to teach us about the importance of play, why we all need to play, and we're just going to have a blast because she is just totally adorable. It's a small venue, so oh my gosh, I'm really excited, but I'm also really sad because I'm like, I can only have so many guests. I can only have 13 guests. And that makes me sad, but I'm excited at the same time because it'll be easy to sell out, right? If you're in Utah, August 25th, or if you think you're going to be in Utah, August 25th, this is the place to be. We're going to be 10 o'clock in Lehi, Utah, from 10 to 3-ish. Between 3 and 3:30, depending on how things go. And what else? Tickets ahead of time are only $11.11 because this isn't that fun. $11.11. And then if you come to the door, it will be a little more. I'm just so excited. So excited. Okay, so that's my first announcement. And my second announcement is my women's retreat is going to be happening in Utah as well. Probably Utah County. So Provo, Orem, somewhere within Utah County. The details on the venue are still up in the air, but the tickets are kind of on sale. I have 2 incredible speakers so far. I'm looking for one more speaker, and then I'll have my event. I'll finish up my event page and have that published. Then they'll be officially on sale. So excited. October 12th and 13th in Utah. It's for women. So if you're interested, and you can come to Utah October 12th and 13th, let me know. I will send you the information. It's so exciting, so awesome, so incredible. I'm just so excited, so excited. This is my second women's retreat. It's my second annual women's retreat. Dreams come true. This is what I want to be doing. I want to host events and I want to host retreats. Dreams come true. And it's exciting. And your dreams can come true too. You just got to decide what they are. And if you already have them, keep building them. Keep going for them. Keep believing in them. Keep believing in them. If it makes you feel alive, keep doing it. Keep going for it. It's awesome. Oh, so awesome. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Be the you that you were created to be. And I will see you guys tomorrow.